All right, so we've talked about slinging lead and summoning spirits. We've mastered steel and we've mastered spells. But in the sixth world, the real war, that's fought on a totally invisible battlefield. And the prize? It's the most valuable thing there is, information. So let's get ready to jack in. Welcome to the Matrix.
Yeah, this is the final frontier, for sure. See, the Matrix, it isn't just a network like the internet we know. Think bigger. It's a vast shared virtual reality. It's like a digital ghost that's humming inside every single piece of tech out there, from a Street Sam's cyber arm all the way up to the security systems and some mega corporate skyscraper. And this is where the real battles are won and lost. Okay, so to navigate this world of pure data, we're gonna need a guide, right? And today, we've got one. We're gonna be following a technomancer. We'll get to what that is in a sec, named Signal. And we're watching him do a live hack on a super secure corporate host. The mission is critical. He's got to extract the location of a captured teammate before the corporate suits break him. The clock is absolutely ticking, and you better believe failure is not an option.
So when it comes to hacking the planet, you've basically got two main flavors. First, you have deckers. Think of them as the traditionalists. They're using these powerful, custom-built computers called cyberdecks. But our guy, Signal, he's something else entirely. He's a technomancer, and that means he doesn't need any hardware. Nope. His mind has a direct, kind of innate connection to the Matrix. To put it simply, his brain is the deck.
All right, Section 2, jacking in, the tools and the risks. Before any hack even kicks off, a runner has to make some really critical choices. It's not just about what you're hacking, it's about how you're going to go in. The tools you bring, the risks you're willing to take, that stuff defines the entire run. So let's take a look at what's in Signal's arsenal.
Okay, so since Signal isn't using a cyberdeck, his avatar in the Matrix, his icon, is what we call a living persona. Just think of it as a direct extension of his own consciousness. His effectiveness has nothing to do with expensive gear. It's all about his own mental fortitude. And his core stats, the ones we call ASDF, are tied directly to his mind.
And this table, it shows you that connection perfectly. It's kind of brilliant, actually. A technomancer's sheer force of personality, their charisma, that becomes their digital attack. Their quick-thinking intuition, that translates into sleaze, which is all about stealth. Their raw brain power, their logic, that fuels their data processing. And finally, their mental resolve, their willpower, well, that becomes their fireball. His mind is literally his weapon and his shield in the Matrix. Next up, Signal has a big choice to make. How is he going to perceive the Matrix? He could go with augmented reality, or AR. That's where he's just kind of laying digital info over his normal vision. It's safer, for sure, and lets him act at his normal speed. But for a serious hack, you need virtual reality, or VR. We're talking a full immersive dive where the Matrix is everything you can see, hear, and feel. It's way faster, but oh man, it is infinitely more dangerous. And even VR comes in two flavors. First, you've got Cold Sim. This gives you a massive speed boost in the Matrix. And if you take any damage, it's just stun damage. Think of it like a really wicked headache. But then there's Hot Sim. Hot Sim pushes your brain to the absolute bleeding edge. You're even faster, yeah, but any damage you take, it's physical. It's not a headache anymore. It's biofeedback that fries your brain for real.
So, Signal's choice is made. To save his friend, speed is everything. He's jacking in Hot Sim. He's risking it all. Right now, he's standing at the digital gates of that corporate host, a fortress made of pure code and light. The infiltration is on.
So, how does he get in? Does he go fast and loud or slow and quiet? You see, every single hack starts with this fundamental choice. Is he gonna smash the digital door down, or is he gonna try to pick the lock without anyone noticing? The approach he takes right now is going to determine everything, the kind of resistance he'll face, and just how fast the system's defenses come crashing down on him. And this flowchart here is basically a hacker's roadmap. Look at how the path to get access splits right at the very beginning. He could probe, look for an unlocked digital backdoor. Or he could use brute force, which is a direct, all-out assault on the system's defenses. And since Signal's on the clock, you guessed it, he's going loud. So for this brute force action, what Signal's really doing is pitting his raw processing power against the system's own defenses. It's like a digital battering ram, right? A focused blast of code designed to just shatter the host's virtual wall. He rolls the dice, and he succeeds. He's in. But, uh-oh, it was not quiet.
Because here's the thing, there is always someone watching. We're talking about the Grid Overwatch division, or God. Yeah. They monitor everything, and every single illegal action a hacker takes, like that brute force attempt, adds to their Overwatch score. The easiest way to think about it is like a digital wanted level from a video game.
And boom, just like that, Signal is on the board. His Overwatch score ticks up to 1. Now, that seems like a low number, but you have to understand, it's a ticking clock. If that score gets too high, GOD doesn't just kick you out of the Matrix. Oh no, they break your gear, they can fry your brain, and they will send a high-threat response team right to your physical location. The pressure is on, big time. Okay, next up, cyber combat. This is when the code bites back. See, Signal's noisy entry, it did not go unnoticed. He's tripped a digital alarm, and now the host is deploying countermeasures. Things are about to get real violent, real fast.
And suddenly, a new program just materializes right in front of Signal. This is not just any security program. This is what they call Black IC. It's a lethal piece of software specifically designed to hunt down and destroy hackers. And its icon, it looks like a towering knight made of pure obsidian. The fight is on. Cyber combat has been initiated.
Signal has got to act fast. His go-to attack move is the data spike, and there is absolutely nothing subtle about this. He's basically gathering up a bunch of malicious code and just hurling it at the Black IC, trying to overload its systems. As the quote says, it's the digital equivalent of a punch right to the face. So to actually land that punch, Signal is pitting his offensive power against the IC's own defensive integrity. It's a direct contest, a high-speed duel fought with algorithms and raw processing might. You can see the dice pulls right here. But hold on, before they roll, we have to check for edge. Now, in the Matrix, this works a little differently. Your attack rating is a combination of your raw attack stat and your subtle sleaze attribute. It represents your ability to find these tiny little weaknesses in a target's code. And since Signal's persona is built for exactly this kind of thing, he gets a point of edge. And success. Signal lands the data spike, and it damages the IC. But, and this is a big but, that attack was another illegal action. The system registers it immediately, and his Overwatch score ticks up again. It's at 2 now. The net is closing in, and he still hasn't found what he's looking for. So, he defeated the IC. That's the good news. The bad news? The fight cost him precious time, and it raised his profile with GOD. Every single second he spends in the Matrix from now on is a massive gamble. And that brings us to maybe the most important part of any run: survival and the very real consequences of failure. Remember way back when we said hot sim was dangerous? Well, this is why. The damage from that Black IC, that wasn't just to Signal's digital avatar. No, it was biofeedback. That means the destructive code bypassed his nervous system and hit his brain directly, causing real physical damage. If he had taken just a little bit more, he wouldn't just be unconscious, he'd be dead. That's the price you pay for running hot. So let's just recap the absolute must-know essentials, the hacker's survival guide, if you will. Number 1, for Technomancer, your persona is you. Your mental stats become your Matrix stats. 2, in a fight, your attack rating is your attack plus your sleaze. 3, every legal thing you do jacks up your Overwatch score, and that's a clock that never stops ticking. And finally, and maybe most importantly, if you're running in hot sim, Matrix damage is physical damage. Never, ever forget that. And there you have it. Across these explainers, we've built the samurai, we've built the shaman, and now the technomancer. The team is ready. The rules are set. The rest, well, the rest is up to you. You have the tools now to build your team and to survive out there in the shadows. The only question left is, what are you going to do with them? Good luck, runners. You're going to need it.